So I thought I would do a quick walkthrough of my property. It's laid out kind of oddly. Oh, there's a chicken over here somewhere. Anyways, we're starting at this is our indoor patio, starting at the back end of the house. This whole area is our backyard, basically. It backs up to part of the horse pasture. That pasture extends well beyond those trees. What do we have back here? Oh, it's one of my Brahmas. Okay, so this is actually, the fence recently broke because a branch fell on it. But this is actually, well, it was originally designed to be our dog yard, and the dogs still go in it, but not during the day when the birds are out. This is where we have Simone, who had Bumblefoot. Looks like some other turkeys hopped in. And then the babies over here, Thorn, Arrow, and Hattori. Hattori! And then they are going in the garage, which is, as you can imagine, a total mess. And this is actually a pretty good spaced area. All right, heading this way towards all the coops. It's really windy, so all the birds, they're all loose, but they're hiding one place or another. Our patio, we had to get a turkey off the roof the other day. Oh, this is a pumpkin we smashed. We discovered all of our birds love them. Soil for filling up holes. Okay, this is Bender. Right now he is trying to still the new birds. We have a lot of bird drama going on. No injuries or anything. It's been pretty peaceful. They just can't decide who's top dog. So this is a 10-year-old coop. We got it for like $300. It's basically our quarantine coop. It's also a shelter coop during a storm. All the birds like to pal in, but it just has two little nests. Somebody pooped in there but didn't lay an egg. And then it's got outside bars, but it's great for quarantine and introducing new birds. We put a tarp over it initially so they couldn't spread germs or anything, but this is the new flock. And basically our new rooster Aster and our old rooster Miro seem to be fighting over who's going to get these new hens, but it's not really fighting, it's just kind of pacing around, and I don't know, it's strange, but there hasn't been a bad fight. Okay, onwards. This is, we have a name for every coop. We jokingly call this the cock condo because it's got 2 floors. There's going to be poop in here. I cleaned it recently, but so tall ladder, tall coop, little poop in here. But this is where we're about to move the new chicks. We have Bender and Ginger in here, and we keep 1 turkey in here. The bottom story is designed, again, forgive the poop, you know how quick it builds up. It's designed for turkeys only with that perch. Funky, the big Tom, sits in here, and lately chickens have been sharing this spot. But believe it or not, we don't have that many birds. We probably have 8 birds that are in this whole entire coop because everyone loves this little coop that my husband made. He made this with the intention of only keeping the 6 babies in it. It's 8 feet long, I believe, and let me see. I'm 6'2", almost 4 feet high. I'm 6'1", sorry. So if you look in, very simple design, just 1 solid branch that goes through there. 7 turkeys can happily line up on that thing with space in between them, and they love it. The ventilation is on the bottom, obviously. You get a hose and you rinse it off, and the poop just kind of falls right on through, and then you scrub it down and rake all the poop out. That's how I clean it. We've got these windows that go back and forth, and then we seal them in at night. I got this one sealed. Okay, so that's coop number 2. We just call this the longhouse. All right, let's head this way. So I've shown you 1, 2, 3. All right, this is Pecker Pyramid. This is the one my husband's pride and joy. He worked really hard on this. Most of our roosters stay in here, and about 7 of our hens. It's really weird how birds, when you free range them, they just kind of decide where they want to go and where they want to sleep. This is our double raccoon safety measure. All right. Raccoons are not getting in the scoop. All right, so it's big enough to walk into, but it's not huge. So we have our step ladder. There's a little poop under it, y'all understand. We've got it pretty staggered because we've got big Brahmas who stay in here. The Brahmas tend to stay down low because they're big and heavy. The Guinea stays in here. The Funky stays in here some nights, but not others. It's weird. He changes his mind. But we actually put a branch treated pieces of wood on top of the steps. It seemed to help. We had a couple of birds that kept getting bumblefoot, and now they quit. This is their laying spot. We have a total of, they lay everywhere, let's be honest, but I clean that out daily, and I'm gonna have to get more now that we have more hens, but that's an old one. We just switch them out every couple of days and clean them out. And so here we've got some of our old flock. Some are still, one is molting over here, poor thing. Some are still wearing saddles because they get overmated. This is my rock garden that I have not maintained at all this summer after having surgery. Tree that fell over. We have a tree guy coming out pretty soon. So our next biggest project on this farm is this barn. This is not our horse barn. Let me walk faster. Jog, 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 jog. This is not our horse barn. This is a 130-year-old barn that was initially used for cattle and pigs too, I believe. Hold on, let me show you this spot. This spot is completely unused. We are about to fence this in and make it horse area. I'll make another video showing how we're going to do it, but there's a gap over there that leads to the main pasture. We're going to run a fence from here to the dog pen, and that's going to open up more grazing room. So it's just wasted land. We couldn't figure out what to do with it. So yeah, we've had a professional evaluate this barn for remodeling, and we do have some junk in here, you know. We need to get our next hay order. We're getting kind of low. We already have it on hold. Another 150 bells. But this is actually a great hay barn. It's obvious, it's dilapidated, but it's dry. It has one leak, and then we have to tarp up a couple of windows that are busted out, but junky looking, but I need to do some major repairs right there. That just happened. All right, so going back here, this is where the goats come to get away from the horses. We feed them here because they eat a different food. Get ready to see complete messiness because it's rained for 4 days straight. Oh wow, no, I thought the horses were out. Don't y'all get on top of me. This is Romeo, my gelding. This is Juniper, my mare. Y'all have already been fed. Don't even play this game. All right. Hey, I'm afraid to get my butt kicked over here. They're being fractious. All right, Romeo, I'm gonna go behind you. All right, so here's our stalls. My husband built these by hand. A little bit of poop in there. I clean them every 2 days. This is my very old mare, Luna. She spends a lot of time in the stall. She tends to get bullied a little bit. So I let her eat her hay alone and not get pestered. Stalls are nothing fancy, but extremely functional. I leave them open during the day so horses can kind of come and go as they need. My beautiful Juniper Windiger. This is the retired racehorse that I restarted. She's grumpy today, but hey, you two stop it. They're both mad because they want to get fed. My goats. This is our new one right here. All right, goats, 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 goats. They're all so sweet. I love them. All right, last stop. Yeah, this barn is going to be a $30,000 project, and we actually have a fund that we're adding to slowly. The asbestos towels are going to require an OSHA team, and you can imagine how much that's going to cost. Okay, so back to jogging. I need the exercise. Whew. I've lost 30 pounds since my surgery. Before I had my surgery, walking would make me pant, but been out jogging every day. Hey there, Bender. Not losing my breath. This is the front of our little house. This house is over 100 years old, believe it or not. Had a bunch of repairs and stuff, but some of the floor is actually original. So this is our drive. It's very long. Our property is just over 5 acres. This is called our Hall of Happy. I like to ride my horses through it sometimes. Really fun. So this is the main pasture that the horses are free to go in at any point, but lately they hang around the front and fight, so that's one neighbor who I don't even know if they live there anymore. There's a couple of rental houses down that way. This is the bad neighbor I talk about. But otherwise, this is actually the most populated spot on the west side of this county. It's a cluster of about 10 farms. And all this farmland is owned by one man, who luckily is very nice. But anyways, this concludes my little tour. Where's my turkeys? Turks! Turks! Oh, they're all in that pen. All right, well, that's it.